Hi, welcome to Full Circle Spiritualist. I am Sage, or Amethyst is my actual name. And we're doing the 2025 collective channel read for air signs. I've done every other sign, every other element for this year. You guys are the final sign. I am using a multitude of different decks here. I'm actually sitting on my floor, as I've said in the other videos. I'm just getting back into my channel again. I haven't used it in 2 years, and I'd like to start doing readings back up on here. I've just ordered a stand yesterday for my phone so I can use both hands, etc. But it hasn't arrived yet. I will find a beautiful space to set up specifically just so I could do my reads. And I've got my bum on the floor. I'm sitting on the ground right now on top of a sarong getting this done in my bedroom, okay? So we've got the Green Witch Oracle and the Green Witch's Oracle, right? Two completely different decks made by different people, but both very relevant. And I've said this in the other elements as well, that I find me pulling those two particular decks out with intention for these readings is because it's about earth. It's about coming back to nature. Not so much about earthing as in standing outside, although that might be relevant for you, but it's about stepping back into your natural state of awareness. It's about removing and shifting the bullshit around you, the debris, the residue, the build-up of crap in your auric field, for example, and just coming from that space of authenticity and just going, yeah, well, that might seem raw or brazen to you, but to me, it's me in my authentic natural state. That's how I feel. And it's not always about feelings. It's an energy. It's a vibe, right? My channel is now dedicated to Hekate, Lilith, Sekhmet, Bastet, and Isis, because these particular gods, goddesses, deities, what have you, have really helped me over time and helped my family. And I'm going to now dedicate this channel to them, so I'll give them a shout out. I was in the kitchen before picking a incense to light. I've got frankincense out, and Anubis came up behind me in the kitchen and wanted me to let you know that he's going to be in on this reading today. I'm just having a sip of coffee. Give me a sec. Black coffee, mind you. No sugar. So that could be relevant for you. That could be a synchronistic message. Okay, so Hekate is known as symbolically can be a black bird. It doesn't have to be a crow or a raven, just a black bird. And that's amazing to me. That's why this deck's here. I knew I was pulling it out, but it didn't occur to me until I got the cards out and started shuffling, like, oh, okay, that's another synchronistic thing for what we got going on here. I've got about 20, 22, 23 minutes to get our reading done for you today. I don't use tarot necessarily. I channel. If you had a private reading with me, I would use no cards at all. I would just simply channel, okay? So I've got angel number messages here. Every pile has got one of these as their very last card, right? But you've got two. And as the pile before this, they also had two of these angel cards, but the others two don't, because only one came out when I shuffled. So that's your final messages. I'll bring it up. Whatever's underneath this card. Now, I do know what some of these cards are, but I don't know what this one is. But whatever is underneath this card is your mantra for this year. It's what's going to be guiding you, okay? Let's get into this. Air signs for 2025. Here are your channeled messages. Protection. Wow. Just let me have a little note, like I can look in a nosy at this card. Give me a minute. Ooh, a lot going on here. First of all, it's not full bloom in the daytime. It could be early in the morning or on dusk, or like dusk or dawn, sorry. There's like a boarding house or something like that, a block of units or boarding houses, a boarding school, a hospital, a mental health precinct to that capacity or what have you happening in the background. There's a lot of ancestors and angelics and spiritual beings guiding, protecting, and watching over you. And you can see that because they're all up here, okay? And this is your nest egg, all right? There's a bit of a nest egg situation. Somebody just drove up my street and beeped a car horn, and that could be relevant for you. Somebody's trying to get your attention. Your spiritual people, your guides, your ancestors, your deities, your gods, whatever you work with, your demons, your daemons, whatever. Somebody's letting you know that they're chiming in, tapping into this for you today. They've got messages, okay? But you're highly guided, you're highly protected. Now, there's two birds here. There's poppies, as in the flower, so that could be a correlation for you. It could mean something about the war. It could be in reference to a loved one who's been in the army or the services before, okay? It could also just be somebody's name that you know, or a grandparent you called Pop or Poppy or something like that. They're just coming through, whatever that means to you, okay? But there's a nest egg going on here. There's two birds here, almost like parents looking out for you, spiritual realm parents, okay? One of them is looking at me or looking at us while I'm looking at it. So it's looking at me, looking at it, looking at me, looking at it, right? It's watching me, watching it, watching it, watching me, watching it, okay? Literally, you are highly protected. You are getting watched within an inch of any drama. There should be minimal drama for you this year. If there is drama, well, I can't do anything about that. That's a collective reading. It's not a personal channeled message for you, for the individual person. But overall, you're highly protected this year. Or if there is drama, you're protected. You're protected with what's going on in your life this year. It's going to give you some sort of a freedom to be able to do things that you wanted to get done that you probably haven't considered before or have put off in the past, okay? And there's a bit of an egg situation. You could be protecting someone's pregnancy. You could be pregnant. You could have an adult child who's about to announce a pregnancy. You could be helping somebody hide a pregnancy from an abusive partner or what have you. I mean, the examples are endless because, again, it's collective, okay? But Spirit's guiding you. You're highly protected. Now, if it's got nothing to do with an actual pregnancy in your life somewhere, this is your nest egg. And I don't mean your nest egg as in you put your money away for a rainy day or, you know, for your superannuation and things like that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your dreams, your desires, your hopes, your wishes from that natural, raw, authentic state within you. I mentioned this at the beginning. What is it that you are naturally drawn to? Do you want more excitement in your life this year? Do you want more love in your platonic and romantic relationship or relationships, you know? Because romantic relationships are different to love relationships. We love our babies, we love our adult children, we love our sisters, our brothers, whatever. Well, I don't, but I love my kids, but you know, but that's not a romantic thing. So you really might just want to work on that this year. Like, is that what's important to you? Do you want to knuckle down and get some study done? Are you looking to buy a new home? Do you want to save to travel overseas? Whatever that dream is for you, you're getting protected, okay? There's major, major important things happening for you on your path this year. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this is the Raise Your Vibration Oracle. Let's see what we've got going on here. I was called here on a mission. Anubis is coming in. Hi, Newbie. You're safe here. Okay, so you might be wanting to move. Oh, why is that upside down? You might be wanting to move house. You might be wanting to move cities. You know, you might be spending a bit of time overseas this year away from the home unit, or you might be ready to make more of a commitment to a home unit or what have you. Again, this is collective, but you're safe in that journey. That doesn't mean people around you aren't going to be assholes and ruffle your feathers and try to bring traumatic energy into your space and be energy vampires and things like that. I mean, people are just horrible sometimes. I'm not saying that there mightn't be drama in your life this year. Okay, I can't guarantee that those things won't happen, but you're on a mission. Anubis is guiding you. You need to also call on or call in or work with or acknowledge Anubis for 2025, particularly, please. He's keeping you safe. He's guarding you, okay? He's going to make sure you get to do what you need to do. You were called here on a mission. That's what I said just before about your soul journey. What is it that your true, native, natural, authentic inner self, your natural needs and wants, what are they? What are your desires? What are you longing for? What are you passionate about? What is it that you don't want in your life this year? Really have a good dig this year. You've got that protection from source. You've got that spiritual freedom. It's almost like a gap year, I suppose, where you can just really work on yourself in a way that's not going to hinder your path or your journey if you stop and pull up on other things, because we can always pick up other things down the line. Really focus on your connections and your relationships this year, nurturing your friendships, ending friendships, nurturing relationships with your children, falling pregnant, whatever that is, leaving a marriage, getting into a marriage, okay? Buying a house, selling a house, whatever it is, really come from that space of desire, love, journeying in that space for you this year. What is it that you know in your heart is the truth of what you long for? That's really important because you were called here on a mission. Actually, Spirit's saying that somebody in the air sign collective might actually have a poetry book they want to publish, or start up a podcast, or write a manuscript, or something like that this year, and to really seriously fucking consider doing it. Don't sit back for the next 8 to 10 months and hum and ha. Rip that band-aid off, so the saying goes. Really step into that space and go, I'm doing it. It might take you 10 months to achieve that, but you've done it. Not necessarily without hard work sometimes. Sometimes we have to have our blood, sweat and tears pouring into our endeavours, but that's the passion about it. That's the passion and energy, isn't it? That's that love of life, that authentic, nurturing nature of what it is that you're seeking, that you need. For those of you that are in that position, absolutely do it. Podcast has come up again. Source is saying you were called here on a mission. It might be your part of your plan, your growth, your journey this year to actually start listening to podcasts and things like that while you're in the car, while you're, doing a school run, while you're sitting at a desk doing your work. Just really tap into that type of stuff this year, because you're going to have some phenomenal growth from that, some spiritual growth. You're safe to do those things, okay? Hang on a sec. Okay, I actually just paused it for a second. Somebody is having some sinus issues. Somebody is, my nose is starting to got runny. I had to pause so I could fix that up. It's the middle of summer here, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason why I should have the sniffles. And it's only just come on since I've started this video. If that's you, you really need to get help with that, or you need to find out what the spiritual correlation to sinuses are, runny noses, that level of congestion, because you'll be able to work on that this year and have some relief from that. We've got Basil. This is the Green Witch's Oracle. Basil, how cute. Prosperity, luck and love, absolutely. And 2 lady beetles, and as it turns out there was 2 birds. Okay, there's twos happening here, so you might form some good friendships this year. Okay, or you might get closer with somebody that you're passionate about, whatever. But there's some prosperity, some luck and some love for you this year. That is a really important thing to remember. Don't forget that. You could work with basil, you can cook with basil, you can put basil oil, a couple of drops of basil aromatherapy oil in your bath and things like that. Just really figure out the best way to do that. You've got to make sure what herbs or what oils and things you can use around certain pets. Just make sure you check that out first. You could even put a couple of drops in your floor wash all year. Every time you clean your floor, every time you wipe your handles over and your light switches and things like that or whatever, just you can use a bit, but make sure it's not going to affect any animals. But you have prosperity, luck and love this year, and it could be a love of life, it could be a love of self. Again, if you're single and not interested in meeting people in that regard, it's obviously not going to mean that type of love, is it? But I did say earlier, you might want to get closer to a sibling. You might want to rebuild a relationship with an elderly parent, because their time's getting on and you just want to enjoy that next couple of years or what have you. Really lay those foundations down this year, okay? So beautiful. Oh, wow. Look at this card. Whew, I've only had this deck not very long. I bought it on Temu for like maybe $3.60 or $4.20 or something, okay? Oh, man, this is beautiful, this card. So the crown crystal, you might need to work with crystals this year. You really might need to incorporate crystals into your life. Again, if you're passionate about that, you might want to write a program for people how to use crystals. You might want to do a podcast for that. You might want to open up a little Facebook group that, is for people to learn about crystals, whatever. I mean, there's hundreds of those, but that doesn't mean that yours won't be successful. Okay, come from that space. The fruits of life, achievement, success. The other card had love and prosperity, okay, and luck. This is all correlating together. How cool is this card, dude? I love this. It'd be an awesome tattoo. So I must say that strawberry does remind me of a female anatomy, I suppose. So there could be some feminine support coming in for you. There could be some feminine person that you correlate with, that you work with this year, that you help bring in to propel your life forward. And again, it could be like a publisher or something like that, right? But blueberries, blackberries. Now, blackberries or brambles are used in magic. and the leaves and the thorns and things can be used to instill some pretty nasty, pasty stuff. But in this regard, it's not that, it's the opposite. It's about success. It's about the achievement with the blueberries and the strawberry, okay? The flowers. But you might need to work with crystals and most definitely keep your crown chakra in check this year. Cool. Actually, really nice read. I have to pause again. Hang on a minute. Wow, seriously. Somebody is having major sinus issues. Now, speaking of the crown chakra, I've actually got a certification in crown chakra balancing, okay? Oh, sorry, chakra balancing. You might have a really overactive crown. I think you need to clear that up a bit, because this could be why we're having major sinus issues right now, and we as in me. I feel really phlegmy in my throat. My throat feels really wet. My nose has been running. I feel quite congested across the face. My eyes are a bit, squishy. And that could just be coming from the crown. There could be an overflow of stuff stored in your crown that you need to release. So I do mention when I tell people to do chakra work, or recommend or suggest, to always do your root chakra as well, because it's the pivot. It's the pivot point of chakras, but that could be why. Okay, we've got Sage here. Hello, that would be me. Wisdom, purification, and harmony. Wow. It looks like a key here. So this is definitely Hekate. She's asking you to just purify and come from that natural state. You see it, as I've said earlier. She'd like you to come from that harmonious inner space. Like I said, we can't stop if people are going to be difficult in our life. We can't control how other people behave, but just let them be them from the space that they are. Come from that harmonious inner natural disposition, okay? She's giving you keys this year. She's guiding you to unlock doors. She's giving you some really good, important things for you in your life. Achievement, success, love, prosperity, luck, right? This is the keys that you're going to be given. Don't be surprised if you don't stumble across keys. Don't be surprised if you don't find keys. Don't be surprised if you keep seeing pictures of keys and things like that. If you do come across that, just say thank you. Maybe to Hekate, just say thank you, Hekate, just in yourself, again, from that natural state. But Sage, about cleansing, about coming from that wisdom state, about getting that smoke messages on energy lifted off you up to source, to go, thank you very much, I'm now cleansing and purifying that. Cleaning your crown. I saged my house this morning. It's a sage smudge stick steeped in dragon's blood oil. Oh my gosh, it just smells delicious, and it's red, right? It's just so beautiful. And that's the whole point, to lift the energy up and take it up to source, because we don't need it. I did that specifically for this reading. Come from that space of wisdom. You're going to have some really good moments this year where you can rely on that inner drive that you have for yourself, that natural, authentic thought process, okay? This is the Your Feelings Are Valid Oracle. It's actually really cool deck. It just seems really basic off the offset, but I've used it for all the other elements as well, and wow, they're very deep, got a lot of meaning. The first one is fear of abundance. Wow, let me have a look. Got a lot of flowers popping up, as I've said, that nurture. So we've got flowers here, flowers on the back here, sage or flowers, plant, right? Flowers. That could be a message from one of your loved ones in source, so you might need to really work with that natural space. Like I said this year, nurture your journey. Let go of that fear of abundance. It's like the sun is shining down on you. Your path is lit. You're getting your needs met in a way that you didn't anticipate, because you mightn't have even been ready to step into this year. I consciously didn't do these 2025 collective readings for everyone until now, because I didn't see the point in having them done in time for January. January is like a practice month. January is like a recoup, recover, get your shit together after, October, November, December type of month, So I just didn't bother. I didn't think that would make a difference for people. I'm not doing it month by month. You're guided, you're protected. Nurture your journey. Come from that natural state. If you have a fear of abundance, you really need to work on that, because Hekate is gifting you these keys. What is that? What is that? Focus, please. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, you've got good prosperity, good luck, good abundance, good love, good energy like that for you this year. So if you are having a fear of abundance, you need to work with that. Now, this reminds me of a crystal or a stone. It's actually a cactus, big, beautiful cactus leaf, succulent, right? What are you fearful for? This is in full fucking bloom. It's flowering in the night sky. The stars are twinkly and shining down. All those birds, you're protected. This is everything happening for you. Well, you are really protected this year and guided to have that, you know, desire to have change and growth. Nurture that fear of abundance. You don't need to fear abundance. Abundance isn't just money. I said this the other day as well. Abundance isn't just money. Abundance is your mindset, your outlook, your mental health, your physical health. You know, it comes from you. It stems and starts from you. Everything starts from within. We can't help what happens on the outer, but we can help how we respond or not respond to life. Don't come from that fear of abundance. Okay, this is also like a little desert flower. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. This one is optimism. Exactly. There's all that energy all over you. Be optimistic. Be optimistic about this year. Come from that space of love. Do it with that love. And inner awareness. Yay. So there's like your chakras there. You're having growth. You're having that balance for you this year because you're safe. You're here on a mission to deliver things to the people, to the public, all right? To children, to elderly, to, you know, mental health patients, to loved ones, to whatever. 2121 as I looked at the clock. Okay, we've got a healer, number 32. This is this deck here. Beautiful. How beautiful is this? And then we've also got jealousy. Wow. Okay, so again, we can't stop and change how other people respond, but you need to come from that inner self. Work on that because people are going to be watching you have growth. You are a natural healer. Come from that natural space within. We've got passion. I've been mentioning about coming from that passionate space, that drive of life, that love of life. This is just a correlation for that. Be mindful though. Don't get overindulgent with things that you don't need to, okay? And we've got sorrow, affection, beetroot. Beautiful. Really work with that. Really work with this herb, okay? Affection. Self-love. I said before about the inner work, working on the inner. I'm running out of time. My clock's about to stop. Number 44. This is yours. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. I am supported. Beautiful. And your final card, because my thing's about to cut out, is number 3. Expression comes naturally to you. You are skilled at communication, or communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. I am charismatic. I told you there's collaboration this year, guys, because you're coming from that natural, authentic space. I'm really proud of you. Good luck for the year. Blessed be. Much love, Sage.